welcome back to DG's Football. And today I am joined by JD from IMAXI Football, and we will be here to discuss the 23-man squad that was released earlier this week. Now, how are you, JD?
As you know, it's Reggae Boyz talk. Um, I am happy to have it. Yeah, so let me dive in.
Good. So I hope everyone in who's watching in the chat or watching on the re-upload is okay, because it's really hard times. So the 23-man squad was finally released, and there was a lot of controversy, a lot of speculations, a lot of rumors, and that and we have finally gotten the official squad posted by the JFF. So, goalkeepers: Andre Blake, Dylan Barnes, Dennis Taylor; defenders: Amari Bell, O'Neal Fisher, Michael Hector, Cameron Lawrence, Damian Lowe, Mariappa, Liam Moore, Alva Powell. Midfielders, attackers: the midfielders are Daniel Johnson, Tariq McGee, Ravel, Morrison, Lamar Walker, Devon Williams, Junior Fleming. Attackers: Leon Bailey, Corey Burke, Javon East, Shaman Nicholson, Bobby Decover Reed, and Blair Tugart. So that's the official 23-man squad. Now, most of you guys may not have heard, but it is sad that the passports of Kemar Roof, Jordan Cousins, Kevin Stewart, and Mikel Antonio were not sorted out in time. So those four players did not make the 23-man roster, and it's really frustrating, I must say, because I thought that we would have had these guys in the team ready, and now we're finding out that these passports weren't sorted. So I don't know what is going on in the JFF. I don't know what's going on. What are your thoughts on what is JD?
Clearly, you have to always understand that most of the information, all of the people, all of the guys inside the overall YouTube category don't really know what's going on. JFF keeps their thing in-house. Only when they want you to have certain information, they do give it to you. So, and sometimes when it does come out at the end of the day, the actual story, we should take as the correct one, it seems like everything that they did around the process is actually a lie. Because at one time I've reported a video reported on a video stating that these guys had their passport. Kevin Stewart had his passport already. All of them had this, and I took that out of the Observer, and they took it directly from the JFF themselves. So when it turns out that these guys don't have any passport, it's hard to even believe them. You understand me? It's hard to even believe them. So it's a big blow, and I think they still fall back on the JFF a little bit, being pretty much lackadaisical then. Because if you said it's ready and then it's not ready, then who is the individuals in charge? Should these guys face the backlash and get fired for that? You get me? I think they are firing people for the wrong reasons, because they're firing people in different departments and not firing the people in charge of certain things. Because the person that leaked, the person that reported to the Observer should have been fired then, because clearly you're putting out false news to the country. You understand me? So there's a lot of things need to be sorted. But on the on-field antics, I think it's going to hurt the team big time. Because tell you what, when you don't have team chemistry, you want as much quality to overshadow the team chemistry as best as possible. That's what I've said on my channel, and that's what I'm going to say here as well. I think it's going to hurt the team, but the team is still good enough for me. I think it's a very good defensive line, in midfield. half decent, I would say, and the striker is okay. Both midfield and striker could have been massively stronger, but it is what it is. So they have a good shot in the Gold Cup to win games and then see where it takes them. To be honest, but everything is pretty much of a shamble, and you have to just make the best of the situation.
Yeah, I do agree with that, and that's fair. I think the midfield area for a team is where we'll be having a lot of problems. But Whitmore, in his statement, said that now for the camp that they will be having, they're focusing on chemistry, trying to get the gelling process started. It might not be a long process, but it's short, but they have to do what they can in the limited time that they have. So that is the number one priority now that the squad is out. So he has to do what he can in the limited time. And that's not down to him. That's down to the JFF and complacency. I just don't understand. But it is what it is. Now, we have heard that Ravel Morrison has um, had problems getting into the US, and I think it's a visa issue in which
Hmm.
he has. And Rick, I think it was Michael Ricketts. I won't say who it is because I'm not really sure, but one of the guys, I think it's Ricketts, came and said that they are working round the clock. No, it was in the news. Sorry, not Ricketts said it. It was in the news. Said that they're working around the clock to get the visa sorted so that Ravel Morrison can be a part of the team. So do you think that that too is another problem and another backlash from the JFF JD?
Um, in the final listing, Ravel Morrison was on it. He made it, so that means they already got it sorted out, right?
Yeah, he was on the list, but due in the report, whilst he was on the list, they say it could be a doubt, so he could be replaced by I think no, I think it was another midfielder he would be replaced by.
Yeah, they said it on the news that him and Tyreek Maggie at the time because Jamal Lowe
Yeah,
weren't in it. No, Jamal Lowe
yeah,
was actually on the list at the time, and then it
yeah.
changes. So I think they are saying that he's in it overall. So we have to just wait and see. When it comes on to the JFF, it's just a wait and see process. To be honest, you get me? It's just a
Yeah.
wait and see there. That's all I can say. It's just a wait and see. We have to just wait and see on that one because I think he's in it because they said he's on the list, so he should be in it. Period.
Okay, so Joshua Johnson, he says that he is in the USA now.
Okay,
So
so then that means
that
deal done and dusted. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that means he has gotten the part, which is good news. So now that we have moved from the squad, now let's touch on two individuals, Jamal Lowe and Ethan Pinnock. Now it was said that Ethan Pinnock stated that he will be staying with Brentford for the preseason so they can prepare for the Premier League campaign ahead. And we know that Brentford is recently got promoted to the Premier League.
Hmm.
So Ethan Pinnock decided that he will stay with his club and for this period, so he won't be a part of the Gold Cup. Now, Jamal Lowe, on the other hand, I don't know the exact reason why he decided not to feature in the squad, but with some people were blaming it on Whitmore said so that he decided he's not coming, so hence is the reason why he's not in the squad. So what are your thoughts on those two players not being in the squad?
Jamal Lowe would be one of the main. Either is going to be a part of the starting level, or he's going to be one of the guys that push one of the starter in the wing areas for a position. So he would have been vital. Pinnock is the natural best centre back on paper because I know I have to actually calculate it in a certain way that people can not feel away when you say that because they always try to say something else. So he's the naturally gifted centre back and would be should be one of the first name on the team sheet. So missing those two guys really hamper your team overall because tell you what, if you have defensive central issue, it's just going to make it even worse when you have defenders that are not that don't doesn't possess his skill set because I think sometimes we showed even some tracking and show how much time he runs to pick up in defensive central. And because he's so good defensive, he won that ball and then still push up in defensive central midfield and push the team even further. So with his ability, I think he will be missed, and those are two big key misses. Believe me, big time, big time. So I have to give the JFF respect because I think they got the best squad they could get. You get me? Because showing
Yeah,
that people say that they're not coming and they still fulfill something, that's good enough for me.
yeah. I agree with that. I think those two players will be missed. They play vital roles. I think Ethan Pinnock is a very good centre back, and the him alongside Liam Moore would be the centre back partnership for the Gold Cup campaign. But unfortunately, he decided to go with Brentford and Jamal Lowe. I don't know the reason for that, but these guys will be missed. Now, the controversy that is going around from the fans of the Reggae Boys is saying that the UK-based players are not fully committed to this, and basically they're taking this as a joke. Do you believe that they're taking this for a joke, or do you believe that what Ethan Pinnock did was for the betterment of his club, regardless of for the country he represents? What are your analysis on it?
Yeah, because I have to really calculate before I say some things. First thing, this questioning on the UK based players start from Andre Blake, right? Yeah, I have it on the channel. He said it.
Yeah,
He questioned if they are gonna, what reason they're coming for and stuff. And on TVG, they ask them what are they doing here as well. So everyone was actually questioning what vibe they're on. What the real reason they're here. So that's the next side on the UK side. Um, I think these guys have bigger priorities. The rest of the guys them playing the USL or whatever the situation is. You understand me? They have lower priorities to complete. So if a guy have the Premier League at his helm to focus on and his club just got 120 plus million to do a job and you're getting paid to fulfill a job, I am telling you, the Gold Cup will not be your first choice because tell you what, these guys' lives comes after. And if you're playing for a team that literally sometimes maybe quick to disrespect you and discard you on the side, it's not going to motivate them either. You get me? So believe me, them putting themselves first. The last time in the friendlies, how much of the Philadelphia Union players said they're not coming? Corey Burke, Andre Blake. Right. They didn't turn up. I never heard someone say something about them or criticize them. They turn up. They didn't come because of what? They didn't get any. They could have left. Of course, if you want to leave, you would leave, but you have different stipulations that tied in. But they decided that they're
yeah,
not going to leave because obviously you're going to lose money, and you never gain enough money from the Jamaican national team in order to pack your bag and leave that situation. So that's why I would say um I think people should take it the same way as how Andre Blake never turned up. Bailey never turned up. You get me? At least these guys, you can see the visible proof. What's the problem with them? You understand me? They are big impacted things. So it's not like they just don't want to come. You get me? And if they don't want to come, they still have a valid reason as well too. You get me? Yeah. That, in my
yeah,
opinion. Let me finish it.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair, and that's somewhat exactly what I was saying too. Because Blake is the captain of this team, and I think that in the friendlies he should have been a part of the team for helping with gelling processes and all these things. Because people keep saying that the players who played in the friendlies, they are not first teamers. Well, no, most of them are in the 23-man squad, so most of them will be in the first team starting. Liam Moore, Damian Lowe, Amari Bell, Kemar Lance was not there, but he is a he's a backup to Lawrence. He was there, and all these guys. So I think Blake and Burke should have been a part of those friendly, but as you said before, they put themselves first because the club is where they make their earnings and they do need to sustain themselves and their families. So I completely respect and understand that. And I think we as fans should respect and understand and give Ethan Pinnock support, because it doesn't make sense you slander him for something that he has to do, So that's just my thoughts on it.
So, for
So
instance,
now
with
that we have
Ethan
covered
Pinnock,
all of that, I think that we should move into actually creating the team from based on the 23-man list that was released. So
yeah. Now, I was saying when it comes down to the Jamalo situation, remember when we were making the list most of the times, everyone's saying that is he a guarantee in the team and all sort of stuff. So why is it he's not turning up now? And then people have a difference in opinion again. So that means you can't please anybody then. You get me?
yeah,
Because when he's here, or when he was actually on the list, you criticize that, okay, this and that should start above him or whatever the situation is, and he has to play for his game. And now he's not here, and you're acting like it's the world finishes, It's strange. It's a very
yeah,
strange situation.
yeah. So Teddy himself is asking Devon Williams or Lamar Walker.
Devon Williams, plays. He can play a deep line role, and he can play as a attacking midfielder. Lamar Walker can play as an attacking midfielder, right?
Yeah,
Yes, so both are okay, but I think Speedy need more space to play. So that means I think he looks better playing in a deep line role, what he did against Serbia. You know, even though they played
yeah,
a straight across the middle, but he still took isolated position that he can run and make certain plays. So I would say if it
yeah,
comes down to just creative ability, I would have to take Lamar Walker above him. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So we're going to move into building the squad from the 23-man list. So guys watching in the chat and watching on the reupload, do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and get involved. If you're watching on the reupload, drop your list, your 11. You can
Mm-hmm.
include benches if you want, but do get involved. I'll look at them and I'll be posting them on Instagram. So in goal, who would you go with? Because we know everybody has their choice, but we just like to ask the question.
Yeah, but I think the full choice is Andre Blake. I don't think anyone else there came close to giving me any problems. So I think he's the main sure spot, or main one of two sure spots in the team.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going with Andre Blake, and we're moving to the right back position. So we have Alvas Powell, we have Maria who can play
Uh,
there. Alvas, yeah, I said Alvas Powell already. So who would you go with?
I think Alvas Powell, Mariappa, can do a job both as center back, sweeper, in a different position.
Yeah,
I think out there he's going to be lost for peace, and because you did lose one of the best defenders to add to the rank, I think
yeah,
mapping up play would require someone with a little bit more speed and stuff, and that's where I think um, maps
Powell.
will get caught out. So that's why I would have to go with Alpha Spawn.
Okay, so Teddy himself is Bobby Reed got the number 10 jersey. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you saw it. I didn't see it as yet, but I'll check it out and let you guys know if it's credible. So photos of Jamaica says big up guys, big up photos of Jamaica. You're doing okay. Let me know if you agree with JD's analysis. No, so right back Powell, Alvas Powell. Right back
Yes,
position, Alvas Powell.
yes. No, I was trying to think about the rest of the positions.
Okay. Mhm. Yes, so Alvas Powell, and we're moving to the right side, the centre back. Hmm.
I've just explained that one. My brother. I don't know if Dylan wants to explain it, but I did explain it before. Um,
Yeah,
right. Okay, go continue.
yeah. So the reason why we wouldn't put Maria at the right back position is because we're going with teams. We're facing Suriname, and Sheralda Becker, I think, is a very pacey winger, and we all know that Mariappa doesn't have the legs to keep up with pace. Example, the USA game where we saw Jesus Reina was getting the best of him. And Jesus Reina isn't all that of a speedy player. So pace would be a factor on Mariappa. And we want to protect our players. We don't want to put them in positions that will make them look out of their depth. So that is why we won't put Maps at right back. But maybe he can get a shout in the centre back region. You can continue now, JD.
Oh no. I was just saying for the defensive the centre back position, right side. Damian Lowe will get it over Maps yet again. I just believe that you need a strong force to band over the right hand side due to the fact that you might have lapse in judgment based on the defensive ability of Alvas Powell. So Damian Lowe showcasing that he likes to run up and down on the field. So I think he can take over the defensive duty of Alvas Powell there. So he would be a good selection above Mariappa because I never knew that I need to explain the reason why. So that's where I will go in order to make sure you cement Damian Lowe in that right centre back position. Sorry.
Yeah, I think Alvas Powell loves to go forward, and we need somebody who can cover and he basically do two man's job because we know that Alvas Powell have a little deficiency in his defending wise. So I think that's a era where he can work with, and I think Damian Lowe would be a preferred option in there to do the two man's job. So we're moving over to the left side, it's centre back, and I think Liam Moore would be JD's choice. I know he's my choice.
Yes. Liam Moore. So Maps literally get caught up by everyone across the line so far.
Yeah, but Liam Moore would be on the bench, because we can't leave Liam Moore out of a squad. Mariappa, we can't leave Mariappa out of the squad because he has been such a faithful servant to our country, and we cannot disrespect him like that. So we're at left back position now, and we have Amari Bell, Kemar Lawrence, O'Neal Fisher.
Taxi. Yeah, I think Taxi made it in. I can't bother with the fight today. I think I'm not you explain nothing on that one. Taxi just made it in. You get me? The Taxi made it in.
Yeah,
Yes, I don't have the energy for this fight today. You
yeah.
know?
So
Yeah.
we have the midfield area. We have the two pivots. I think one would be a defensive side, and the other one would be more of a box to box. So who would you put in the double pivot?
Yesterday, we looked at Michael Hector to go in that role because he's a true defender.
Yeah.
So When I looked at it, and it's either my collector or Daniel Johnson and Ravel Morrison playing around there. And be
Yeah.
honest, in that pairing, I have to go with my collector. You know, it just
Yeah.
give you more assurity that he's going to win a tackle and stop a
Yeah.
play.
Yeah.
I don't
And
think Daniel Johnson or Ravel Morrison has that in them. You know, so
yeah.
that's a big difference. So that's my only problem. But overall, I think it's a very good set of players to select from. Even though Hector is
Choice.
a centre back. Yeah.
Okay. So we're moving to the Michael Hector gets in, and we're moving over to the other side. So who you put, Daniel Johnson or Ravel Morrison?
You know what? I will go with Daniel Johnson.
Okay. And we have Devon Williams. He could be a show.
Devon Williams. He looks nice in the Serbia game, and with better players around him, I think he might just do better. But I don't think you can overlook Daniel Johnson. I think Daniel Johnson had to make it. It's in between Daniel Johnson and Ravel, in my opinion, to play as that
Yeah.
deep line, box to box creator. You know? Yeah.
Yeah. So J Rush
Uh,
is
big
hailing.
up J Rush. Big up. Big up.
Yeah. Bless up J Rush. I hope that you're doing fine in this Friday morning.
He's saying
So
it looks like
he followed up
Taxi's
his
out.
comment here. Yeah.
Yes, I
So
saw in the
if
news,
you do
but
have the news, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, continue, bro.
Oh, I was just saying that I haven't saw it yet, so that is why I haven't spoke of it yet. But if you do have the news, J Rush, do share the article and I'll check it out. So continue, J.
Well, then you have to put Bell in it then. If Taxi's gonna be out, so and that's the whole story, guys. If Taxi's gonna be out, Amari Bell will make it in. And I don't think they would have actually carried any extra defender. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, yeah, I think definitely Amari Bell would be the second choice if Taxi will be out. I think, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it will be where they would have to carry a extra defender unless they will use Michael Hector as the other defender and we'll go with what's his name, Devon Williams in midfield
Okay.
alongside Daniel Johnson.
It's gonna be tough if Taxi comes out because
Yeah,
after Amari Bell, you're gonna have a little more extra problem, because the depth pool is not that strong. It's strong on
yeah.
the front line, but yeah.
So Lucas Lives is saying hi. Hello Lucas. Hope you're doing great. And Ted Deeve himself is saying Greg Lee would be his replacement or Curtis Tilt.
Curtis Tilt and Greg Lee. Greg Lee is a very good player. I think he's up there on the same level as all of them, without even needed to be a replacement. So I think if that's the case, he would be the first choice. So Tilt has not yet proved himself in a Jamaica shirt, but he did turn up though, so that's a good starting point.
Yeah. And I think he came off injured in that Japan game, so I don't know if he's still injured or if he's okay. I think he had a hamstring problem. I don't
Okay,
know.
okay. Well, we have to check the list to see who is available.
Yeah. So we'll do check out the current situation and see who would be best suit candidates, because if he goes out it will be a massive loss because now we will have to utilize Hector as in the defensive region too, because we can't have Mariappa alone as a defender. We need
Mm-hmm.
somebody else for depth. So it's a lot of a lot. I'm telling you, it's a lot. So we're going to should we continue with Kemal Lawrence or
No, just change it to Amari Bell. No, at least people will watch
keep
our
out?
video and know that we wanted Taxi in it, but because they said Taxi is not available, we have to go with Amari Bell for temporary until he got sorted out.
Okay, so I think that we will roll with Hector in midfield, continuing, or
Yes, yes, because yeah, I think Hector should be just the one in midfield because it had a little steal around the team itself.
yeah, I do agree with it. So over to the other side, Daniel Johnson, Devon Williams.
Daniel Johnson. He's playing at a higher
So
level. He actually have better skills overall passing. Um, discipline kind of a little bit off, but passing range is good enough, you know. And winner's mentality, I think he has that way more because he's playing a higher league. So with his natural gifted abilities, with his attitude, I have to give him that.
yeah, okay. So now we're moving to the attacking side, and we have Ravel Morrison, Tyreek McGee, and Lamar Walker. Who do you go with?
Tariq McGee. Yamara. Uh, I wanted to put Bobby Reed inside him.
Yes.
Yeah, because Bobby Reed is an
So,
additional option. So I think I would go with Bobby Reed inside.
oh, so you go with Bobby Reed at Cam.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Yes, yeah, I would go with Bobby Reed at camp. Because if you look at it, he's a natural central attacking midfielder. And the wing areas, I think he could add a little bit more pace with what you have on the team itself. So I would go with Bobby Reed up there.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so Teddy himself is agreeing with you and say that he's all in for Bobby Reed
Uh-huh.
at Cam. Yeah. For me, I don't I wouldn't put Ravel Morrison in the Cam role because I don't think that that's his best position. I think he should be playing where Daniel Johnson is, and that's just my opinion really. I just don't think that he does enough in the 10 role. So we're moving over to the in position and then the striker. So on the right hand side, who do you go with? We have
Um,
Liam
I, I,
Bailey.
yes, Liam Bailey. Once Liam Bailey is up, I will go with Liam Bailey. Liam Bailey. And it's not you a question.
Okay,
He's just the best player right now. So yeah.
so Teddy,
On
should
the
we put
right,
him
I will
on
put
left
Bailey.
wing?
No, on the
Why
right, I
would
will
he?
use him.
Oh, I'm just asking Teddy, why would he put him on the left wing?
He,
Because we don't have a
he can play
target
both
man up
sides.
top. Yeah, I
Uh,
know, but we don't have
Shamar is
a
a big
target
guy,
man.
don't? Shamar is a big guy. He's not small. He's a big guy, don't? So that even though he doesn't play like a target man, but he can apply those same traits because he's big. If you're big, you're just big. You know?
Yeah. Okay. So on the Deshaun Johnson saying Bailey on the right. Okay. And Marlon is saying bless up JD DG. Bless up Marlon. I hope you're doing okay.
Bless up, Marlon. Bless up, Marlon.
All right. So who do you go with on the left hand side?
I was trying to go with Corey Burke as left winger because I think he would
So,
have interchange with the striker a little bit more, and his physical side will have a little bit more, and he's in great form at the same time. So that's why I would take a chance
oh,
on Corey Burke. But if
oh,
others
so
have Blair Turgott in, I'm okay with that. But I think Corey Burke has done enough, and I saw enough from him, so I will go for him still.
okay, okay. Let us know, guys, in the chat who would you go with. You would go with Blair Tugat or you would go with Corey Burke. let us know. Okay, so all right, so Joshan Johnson is saying Shamar at striker. All right, Joshan. So we know that Shamar is going at striker. Khedive himself is saying Torgat is a set piece player. So that would you have him in the team in event of a set piece?
You have set piece take on the pitch already, so I don't think if it's just set piece, you're going to keep him on the pitch for that reason. Keep in mind the game is 90 minutes, and you want to get the best out
Yeah.
of the players, and I think that's something that you have to do in order for it to work, which is keep the best player on the pitch. And that's what I would do, you know. So I think Torgat and Corberg is a little bit different, but what you have to take into account, Corberg played in the region already, so he knows about the CONCACAF. He's in good form and he's physically imposing. That will definitely help with Shamar if Shamar were wasting it at the striker. But I wouldn't have any problem if
So
people want Torgat above him.
so guys, you wouldn't give Junior Flemings a shot at the left wing position?
Junior Clemens. Okay, let's see. Yep. Then we'll move on. Where are we waiting on the chat to decide that one?
So Joshan says no, he wouldn't have Junior Flemings on the left. Okay. Okay. So I guess it's Blair Tugart then.
Mm-hmm.
Blair Tugart. So and the final spot is Shamar Nicholson.
All right.
Yeah.
I think.
All right. So do take a look at it, guys. We have Andre Blake, Alvas Powell, Damian Lowe, Liam Moore at left back. It would have been Kemar Lawrence, but we're hearing that he might not feature. So Amar Bell would be his replacement. In midfield, we went with Daniel Johnson and Michael Hector. And at Cam, we had Bobby Reed. On the wings, it's Leon Billy, Blair Tugart, and up top, it's Shamar Carlson. What do you guys make of the team? So Marlon is saying Turgat is out winger. He's saying that he's an out and out winger. Okay. Um, Deshaun Johnson. No. And yes, Turgat is on farm. And Teddy himself is saying, who you guys think will finish top scorer in the goal? Who
What
you guys think would be finished?
in this team?
Yeah.
I think it could be surprised and be because I saw how he plays, you know. The Blair Turgott. If he's starting, I think his pressing might create enough chances. So that will lead Shamar or Bailey to be the ones that get the most goals out of it. Because once he's fresh, he seems to produce more links for people to thrive on. So he's going to do a lot of that now when he has less work to do because he has more better players and he's going to even
Yeah.
shine better than the Serbia game. Play two guards. So I would say Shamar Nicholson or Liam Bailey will get it.
Yeah. So Marlon is saying that Blair Tugat is the only explosive player in the squad, and Flemings have no pace in the starting lineup. Okay. So guys, let us know what are your thoughts, and if you're watching on the reupload, do hit the like button if you're viewing first time and want to see us again. Do subscribe to the channel because we are doing great things out here, building a unique platform where we talk everything football and Reggae Boyz in our whole. So do hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. All right, so now that we have team here, I think the chat would agree with this team and they think that this is a solid team. I don't think that we should move into predictions. Think so. But we'll do a follow-up on the Kemar Lawrence situation in due time. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the video. Enjoyed the video. So we're moving into this to the Gold Cup now, and I hope you guys can give me your predictions. What are your honest predictions for the Suriname versus Jamaica game?
Ravel should start. All right.
All right, Jashawn, Jashawn Johnson saying Ravel should start for me. Okay. But okay, so you would put Ravel Morrison over Daniel Johnson. Jashawn, let us know, and let me know what are your predictions. You know,
For me, I already said it. I think the first match, Jamaica coming off with everything going against them at the time, but they have a decent squad. I think it's going to be tough between them and Suriname, and maybe you saw a couple more errors. So I would go with a 2-2 draw because I think both teams still trying to find their way and they're adding new players. So it's going to be a problematic situation for both. So 2-2 for me because I expect one or two, three mistakes.
okay. So Teddy himself is saying, honestly, I think we're going to come from behind 3-1. So he's going with a 3-1 victory. Joshua Johnson said
Okay,
he'd
that's
put.
pretty close.
So Joshua Johnson is saying that he'd go with Ravel and DJ in midfield. So he wouldn't have Hector in it.
Yeah, but that won't work, Joshua. DJ Sean Johnson. I think if you pick that, Jamaica might never come out of the group. I think that is just
And
disrespecting the other teams. Then.
that midfield would would sum up what Eve himself is saying, where we'll come back 3-1 down, because that would be no solidarity on the defensive side
Yeah.
in the
Oh,
midfield.
okay. No, I understand what he's saying. Then it's just an all guns blazing game he's trying to
Yeah.
play.
So
Okay.
it's more like a Bielsa type football, all out for nothing.
I just can't see them putting Ravel and Daniel Johnson in the team without Hector. I think it's going to be very hard because you have to have a tackler in the team. If Kevin
Yeah,
Stewart comes, that would have been a bonus. At least he's a defensive central out and out, and they would give him the place.
yeah, yeah. So honestly, DJ Sean Johnson, I don't think that midfield would that pivot would work really, because we're leaving ourselves exposed. And remember that we have Damian Lowe, who would have to be covering for Avas Powell's whenever he goes forward. So that will apply extra pressure on the defense.
Yes, yeah, good point, good point. So that means he had to play every single position in the triangle. Oh my
Yeah,
God! But
yeah,
if
and
anyone can do it, is Mister Tracker of the ball, Damian Lowe.
yeah, and if he's done it successful, maybe people will be comparing him to Sergio Ramos. So do not count for me.
If he do something like that,
So
good
do
lad.
not count for me. Yeah, so it's
uh,
all fun. We do like to entertain and talk about football. It's what we love and do. So show us the appreciation, and hit the like button,
yeah,
subscribe to the channel.
yeah, man. We can do a part two of this one.
Yes.
To yeah.
So let us know in the chat, guys, if you would love to do a part two of this segment. Maybe it can be a normal, reggae boys talk. Who knows? But we'll finalize that sometime. So DJ Sean Johnson is saying, when can I come on the show? Well,
If you want, you can let him come on. No problem.
DJ Sean, if you want to come on the show, I do like if I send you the link somewhere, if you're on Twitter or maybe Instagram, because we don't want to send the link in put link in the chat and people come on and disturb the show. I don't like to do that. So my Instagram is DJS_football. So you can DM me there and surely I will send you the link and you can come on and give your point of view. Okay, so all right. Okay, so okay. Whenever you're not at work and doing a live, then you can um text me on Instagram and I'll send you the link and you can come on.
I wonder if it's DJ does that. It seems like it's the DJ does, you know. Yeah, I think
Oh,
it's DJ does, you know. Yeah. From yeah, only DJ
so
alone.
Teddy
DJ
himself is
does
saying,
alone will say that.
oh my God. So Teddy himself is saying, I think Suriname might pull a surprise and hit Costa Rica. Okay, Teddy.
Okay. You see the slackness. They're saying Suriname will pull a surprise and smash up Costa Rica, but they can't pull a surprise and do anything with Jamaica, you know. The
Nope.
disrespect to Costa Rica, I'm telling you, man. See you. Oh my God.
All right. So Marlon is saying, I'm going to find a new team to support now.
And why is that? Why is that? What's going on with you, Marlon? Who trouble you now?
What's going on with you,
What
Marlon?
happened? What happened? Give me some more story, bro. Why you saying that? Because I don't understand.
Yes, let us know the reason why you're going to find a new team to support.
Good lord.
Let us let us know what's good, Marlon.
Yeah, so for instance, look, Blair Turgott over this side playing. Jamal Lowe would be the key man you would want in this team, you know, to really push the front line a little bit higher.
Yeah,
And the fact that I heard that he said what he's not coming or something, that's what's reported.
yeah, yeah. I
That's
think
what's
that's what
reported
is
in
going
Ethos,
around.
guys. Let me know if you heard that already.
Yeah. Let us
But
do.
that is,
Let us know if you guys heard the incident and the Kemar Lawrence situation because that would be a very dampened on the team really. Also, the players giving the coach headache.
okay.
Okay.
It is what it is, man.
The fans too, Marlon. Giving Topper pot covers and belt buckles and all things they can throw at him because certain players are not in the team. But it's not, as I've said earlier on in this stream, it's not all on Topper. I think it's more on JFF because I did a video when I'm not certain. I think it was Spade or one of them said that or the technical director, I don't remember his name, but one of them said in the news that Mikel Antonio would be a sure man in the team, and now we are hearing that he has passport issues, so he won't make it. So I just think that they're just improvising. I think that they said those things in confidence, thinking that everything would be done in time, and now they realize that it's not the case, so they have to go back on their word, and now they're looking like complete liars in the media. So I don't know. I really do not know. So the squad is here, and I think this squad for me can do a job in the Gold Cup. I hope that Kemar Lawrence would not pull out because then that will be posing another problem.
That is a problem. That it would be a big problem. Guys, what are your thoughts? If Cameron Lawrence left out of this lineup and we have this back line, how much out of 10 you would have actually rate this? Because yesterday people said they're giving it 8, I gave it a
Yeah.
8 as
Let
well.
us know
Marlon giving
in
an
the chat.
8.5. So I want to know what Marlon gives this one. Because now
Yes,
you're taking
Marlon.
out that taxi. So how much points taxi brings to the defense line? Because that's his best attribute, you know?
Yeah. And Marlon, if you want to join the stream, I did send you the link on Instagram, so you can check it there if you want to join the stream. So Ted Eve himself is saying that he'll give it a 7. Okay. Okay. Per me, with Kemar Lawrence, I will give it a 7.5. With old Kemar Lawrence now, I think I'll maybe give it maybe a 7. But I think the 7.5 for me is kind of fair. Maybe you basically call it 8. If you're really a maths technician, you can call it 8. But yeah, I do think it's a good backline.
Yeah, with this one, Alvas Powell can't is not defending. But that's one thing, as we said before. Um, Amari Bell struggle right now to fit in the CONCACAF region. Even if it's a 8, that's not. I don't. That's not fair. I don't think it's close to a 8. The maximum we give this backline is 6.5, in my opinion. Still, 6.5. I would give it.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to be fair. 6.5. Taxi, you guys said Taxi is great. You get me? And then Marlon
Yeah.
gave it a 8 with him in the squad. And said someone has to marshal and do the defensive duty for Alvas Powell. So how is it they take out Taxi and it's still getting close to 8? You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, that will be tough.
Tough. Yeah. So Global Sports News is saying that he's just coming in. Well, bless up, bro. You haven't missed anything major, really. We're really in the nitty-gritty of things. So do hit the like button and get involved in the discussion. So Marlon is saying that he said Taxi is loyal to those guys at Toronto. They are the one who brought him to the MLS. So I think maybe that's why he would stay.
Yeah, but so what that have to do with loyalty then? If you're going to play the Gold Cup and return. Yeah, I mean, I don't get it, you know? I still can't get it still, but there's a lot of players right across the globe pulling out. So, for instance, a taxi turner pulling out. Should no one bash Jamal Low and those guys to pull out? Because that would have showed a double standard, right?
Yeah,
Because if he literally telling you that he's going to stay with his team, if everything is to be taken as the actual gospel, that means you
yeah,
can't. No one can't say anything then if Pinnock doesn't come in because Pinnock has the Premier League to look out for and he's trying to get the reps under his belt. And maybe Jamal Lowe is just in a different mood. So I think they have valid points just the same as him. You get me?
yeah. I do. So Global Sports is saying that he'll give the back line a 7 or a 7.5. Okay, do as I reach. Okay. We do really appreciate that helps the channel massively. So we do appreciate each and every support. So you guys still haven't given me your predictions. Marlon haven't given his prediction. I think he's shying away from the predictions.
Yeah. Marlon always run away, man. Always run away.
Global Sports, you can give your prediction for the Suriname game as well. That was the reason why CONCACAF wanted all the leagues to go on hold throughout the Gold Cup. Oh,
And that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Makes no sense, man, because you're just giving some people excuses not to turn up, and then they can turn up for next things. Because people will start watching other people and saying, "Okay, they are not turning up, so why should I turn up?" Because once they do turn up, they are going to get game, because of where they're playing or
yeah,
something. Those things are going to start fly. we know that the situation, and not just in
Yeah,
one country, because it's happening in Suriname, it's happening in even big teams. No, maybe mainly the CONCACAF region, but it's happening, and I don't like it, man. Best players should turn up and give your country a chance, man.
yeah, yeah. I think maybe they need to start taking these things into considerations because it's really affecting teams. For instance, Jamaica, who don't have the best of depth. Not unlike a USA or a Mexico, we don't have a depth like that. A pool of players who have world class talents to choose from. Not saying Mexico and USA have a lot of world class players, but they do have a large pool of players who have talent that can bring through. So they should take this thing into consideration. All right. So
Okay, okay.
J Rush is saying that Taxi must get the same energy we give Pinnock, and that's fair. That's fair.
Uh, Agreed, Richie Rush. But we know we are going to see. We are going to see. This will expose a lot of behaviors. That's why we want to make sure it's true before we start asking those questions. Once
Yeah,
they said it's true, and then I will see the backlash from the people, and then I'm going to say, okay, okay, so we know what's going on then, because we clearly saw what
yeah,
happened with the peanut thing. Believe me, it was a disrespectful fest. People just dissing the guy left, right, and center. You know?
yeah. And all over Instagram, it was a madness. It was an absolute madness on Instagram. So yeah, well, I think we need to start being more understanding people. So Marlon said that Taxi will be at the Gold Cup. He just doesn't want to be at the camp. All right. All right. So Team Benjamins is saying big up team. I hope that you're doing well. Marlon said he needs to be there. He needs to. There is a left back out from the EPL who might be ready in August. He might be out and who might be ready
Okay, so
August.
basically, he needs to come out and show what he has to stave off any fighting coming in later, like competition for places. Yeah.
Yeah. So Global Sports is saying, look, I think Pinnock will a make Taxi a better player. Okay, Marlon.
Yeah, so Marlon, Marlon is always on the road because I don't know. He has the fowls them, the dogs them, the train, the truck.
So
Oh
my
my God,
okay.
Marlon is history, man. But yep.
Yeah. So Global Sports is saying that people need to know that it's one team. Yeah, I do agree with that. Global Sports. I think everyone should just come together and in a cohesion way and say yes. With one team, we have one objective, and that objective is to win the Gold Cup and make Jamaica qualify for the World Cup. That's the objective, and I think everyone is not on the same page, and I think that too is going to be damaging for the team. It's going to be a lot of bad energy, and we don't like that. All right, so Teddy himself is saying that who is going to be the flops of the tournament?
Jesus Christ. You need to make you need to direct your comments then properly. If you're talking the team itself or the entire competition, so we can know. So if we are going to grade players or the team or whatever the situation
Oh,
is, I think any problem Jamaica will have, it's going to come from the midfield area. I
yeah,
strongly believe so. I think it doesn't matter which defending pairing they do have. If the midfield firing, they are going to get enough support to even look half decent. If that's the case, if most of these guys won't come in. But the midfield, I think I'm still worried about. Hector looked okay when I saw him play, even beside what people says, because I'm looking for what a defensive central should do, and he looks okay most of the time. So with better players, he should do better. So we have to just wait and see. But midfield should be the problem, and I would say I would put the blame between Daniel Johnson and Hector if they can't screen the defensive shield good enough. Because if people start penetrate Hector and he miss time tackles, Daniel Johnson
Yeah,
can't cover for him because he doesn't have the ability.
yeah,
You understand me? So those are the things you have to look out for. So I would say Daniel Johnson and Hector, I think, will be the scapegoat if anything goes wrong for Jamaica. If they are the one that's selected in this formation.
yeah. Okay, so he's saying that it's the player, it's player and team. So he wants you to do, he wants us to do both. All right. So global
You have too
sports.
much team in the Gold Cup for we to pick out a team and player. If you want, like we have in Jamaican discussion, I've said between Daniel Johnson and Hector, I think we'll have problems.
Yeah. So global sports news is saying that do you know how much players can they take to the World Cup if they qualify?
It should be I think it should be 30. They
Yeah,
should bring. Yeah, and pick from that. I think so. But let's see still. We have to wait. But we know it's not going to be 23 at all because of the overall things going on in the world.
yeah.
All right.
So
So, cool.
Team Benjamins is saying that the pool needs more quality, but um why but how the JFF do their jobs, it's highly unlikely Jamaican football needs a complete overhaul. So I think that he's saying that we need more quality in the pool, and he
Mm-hmm.
doesn't agree in how the JFF do their job. So I think that he says the federation needs a complete overhaul, and new people needs to be hired to do a better job.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah,
I agree with him. I agree with Benjamin. Of course. But as you know, if you keep things under wraps and not transparent, then you can't fire anyone because you can't blame anyone. The only person you know about is Ricketts. You understand me? Because he's at the top. But if you had actually been more transparent, you know exactly who did the problem and then who should be pressured to be fired. You get me? But no, you can't
yeah,
really do that. It's a little bit different. So it's kind of tight, man.
yeah. It's kind of tight. So Marlon is saying that Hector did very well at the last Gold Cup protecting the defense.
Yes, yes, that's why we said Marlon. But look at Marlon. Teams are better. The group will be extremely tough, so the whole team will
Yeah,
get tested, just like how Jamaica will test other teams. It's not just one way around, which I know you know that. So I'm just looking at the point where I think we'll expose faster because no, Daniel Johnson doesn't have the defensive ability. It doesn't matter what people will tell you. I think Marlon know that because Marlon is a football head like me. He doesn't have the defensive capability, believe me. He can play from deep line because he can protect the ball and make the plays to
yeah,
assist the starter. That's different from defending. So that will mean you have to put more pressure on Michael Hector to always be the screener of the defenders, come over if it's on the opposite end of the umbrella to secure one side, and then still out here looking for Daniel Johnson. Let me know the honest truth. If you think that Hector will cover so much job and do it well, I think he's going to have a little bit of problem this time around with the
yeah,
qualities of the other players them and the passing football, because passing football draw your team outer sorts.
yeah,
So if he's going to be isolated, I think Daniel Johnson could be exposed easily. So those are the things that we are looking for. You understand?
yeah. And a perfect example to what JD said was in the Serbia game and the Japan game when the Japanese were in the midfield. They were literally like pinning the balls, passing it back to the defenders. The Serbians were doing the same thing. They're automatically fine for doing triangles inside our midfield. So they're basically trying to open us up. And when they did, they played the through ball in and they scored. So I think that the passing football in which I see Suriname is trying to implement, that would be very detrimental to our midfield because we have the likes of Daniel Jones who may be drawn to a person or drawn to the ball and he will be out of position. So I think that Hector and Daniel Johnson and Bobby Reed as well need to be on their A game on the defensive side and also attacking as well. So Teddy Eve himself is saying that we are in the second group of death.
Yeah, a lot of tough groups there, man. Believe me, even when people talking about Mexico group, El Salvador won't be easy and Curacao won't be easy. You get me?
Yeah,
It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. A lot of tough groups. I don't think people actually, or I know people don't actually check the other teams. I am sure. I think maybe just few people actually check every single team, and that's why I'm glad that I run the CONCACAF channel. Because
yeah,
looking at the other teams, I'm telling you, this Gold Cup dropping certain standard will just make it amazing to watch. The quality, you see, the score lines and the competition, it will be one of the closest Gold Cup. Just watch. You're not going to have
yeah,
any one-side results. Believe me,
yeah,
the games are going to be close and tricky. Every one of the teams. Don't be surprised, even in Mexico, in their group of problems. Just
yep,
watch. Just
yeah.
watch.
It's going to
You
be
see what Curacao
very
over there are doing?
interesting.
You see the guys them Curacao over there adding? All right.
Yes,
Roberta and those guys are not, maybe they are young, but they are players
they're
coming
very
up
good players.
rapid pace. They are going to have problems, man. Marlon can tell you, man. You know, these guys have some good teams, man. Don't
Yeah,
don't listen to nobody, man. Just watching one team and then come and tell you a barrage a lie, and then
yeah,
when it doesn't go good, you're going to feel dejected. Sometimes you have to just get the realistic truth. Jamaica
yeah,
have a decent squad for what's ever going on in the Gold Cup overall, but the Gold Cup, everyone is close by.
yeah,
Be honest. If you put the Curacao team against Jamaica here, the Curacao might have a better defense line, a better
yeah,
midfield, and a challenging front line. So only thing you can say is Bailey and Blake would have been the standout in the Curacao team. That's how
yeah,
strong Curacao got, It's ridiculous because be honest, if you put the Bakuna brothers against Hector and Daniel Johnson, you're not going to pick none of them over both because they are better than both of them. We have to be honest. You get me? So,
yeah,
guys, believe me, man. Just respect the process and no,
yeah,
don't give the guys them too much pressure. You saw what's going on. Some of these guys are not turning up for the team. So if the team go there and even make it to the second round, just make
yeah,
it out of the group. Give them props, man. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. I'm not bringing down the team, but I'm saying lower the expectation because we are
yeah,
watching every single team. And be honest, this team is okay, but it ain't better than most of the other teams. Them.
yeah,
The good thing they're in a group that will test them. That's what I would say. The group that they're in will we test them to the maximum level, and that will prepare them for any team they will face in the second round. You get me? Yep,
yeah,
it's not normal, man. The other
no,
teams them are really good. Panama, look at Panama squad now. Look at
yeah,
Panama squad now. So you have Panama, Canada, Mexico, Curacao, Suriname, Costa Rica. Those are all problem teams. So
yeah,
this is not going to be a walkover, man. We are going to see some ridiculous games, guys. All right, look how it's gonna go. We are going to show you how entertaining it will be. I'm going to do a stream tonight. on my channel with just the prelim games them. Look at the
Yeah,
intensity because we're gonna cover it and we're gonna show you the truth. That's why we do so much to expose you guys to different teams.
yeah,
Most of these teams, man, we are talking about our footballers them. The only good thing about Jamaica have a lot of the guys them in one team. But when it comes
yeah,
on to the midfield, Curacao look like they have one a top in the region. You understand me?
yeah,
That's the problem. Jamaica have a top defense, top midfield, and a top striker. So it set us apart. You get me? But you have
yeah,
other teams, man. If they win the midfield battle, Jamaica lose the game easily. You understand me? So we have to calculate and analyze it a little bit different, man. You understand me? Yes.
yeah,
So that's why I would say I wouldn't put the expectation so high. Getting out of the group would be
yeah,
my main talking point, and then I will calculate on that after.
yeah. So Sterling 7739 is asking you to what's your feel about the team now that do you feel confident now that Jamaica will do good? Well,
I just answered that Sterling. I'm okay to say they should be good enough to make it out of the group. Aside from that,
yeah,
I'm not making any other prediction because every second you have someone else coming out.
yeah,
So
and
how
that's
weak
fair.
this team will be by that time, we don't even know.
Yeah. So Global Sports News is saying that yes, we can overhaul the JFF, but remember, all this is happening for years and under different president. If you're going to pick people in Jamaica to run JFF, we will be in the same thing with different people, and that's fair because it doesn't make sense. You pick somebody who, and it might sound weird, but it is the truth because picking another person who is Jamaican to run the JFF, he might have similar aspirations as as the past people before. So I don't know. We just need a lot of prayer and intervention. I think prayer is good. So Team Benjamins is saying that Hector is a little bit off the pace to cover so much ground in his opinion and takes too much time to get back after he lose duels further up in the midfield. Okay, so Military Guna is in the chat and he says blessings JD and DG. Well, blessings Military Guna. Hope you're fine. Marlon, there's 10 top young talent in Europe just waiting to be a part of the Jamaican team. J Rush, Kyle Walker Peters, Market Valley 18, Ems, Global Sports says getting out the group now will take heart and the right people.
Yeah, we have to be realistic, man. We have to be realistic, man. Getting out of the group should be the aim right now. Because if you keep on taking out the good quality players out of each third, so you're just making the team overall weaker. You know,
Yeah,
ridiculously weaker. Because I think Toxic coming out would the extra leadership that he gives for Leon Moore, that that would have assisted him a little bit more because and get him settled faster. Now you have Bell and Moore over there, both of them just in a new system. You can't expect much from them. You're putting
yeah,
them under too much pressure. Then you're putting a Hector under too much pressure. So I see three problem position already. And then no, global sports. I am always trying to look at the best way how the team can get something out of it. So, and I don't want to sell people lies.
yeah,
And then when it turns around, they are going to bash the team because I know how the Jamaican viewership goes. Look how
yeah.
fast they turn on Pinnock, even though they never really liked him from
In
before.
the
But
first
look how
place, yeah,
fast. You understand me? So I don't want to heighten the expectation and then,
yeah,
oh, they're going to go to the final. What you did on a football field to tell me that they're going to go on a final? I played football. So I have to assess it in a football term. We
yeah,
know who is not playing, who played enough for each club because we know everybody on the field and we know every other team as well. So we have to always look at it in that pattern. What I'm seeing, the problem on the field right now in the starting 11 will be Amari Bell, Liam Moore, Hector, and then you have Togart there. Look at it. So Daniel Johnson already is a weak link defensively, and then you have 4 players surrounding him there. So that means half of the corridor will have problems to gel and set in motion to play the game real. I think this team, without taxing it, will pose a lot of problems, because
Yep.
they are equal, if not lesser value than the opponents they are coming up against. And opponents
Yeah.
them played games before, so you have to do
Yeah.
that calculation, and really and truly that doesn't show well. Even as oh you want me to be straight up to tell you that Jamaica will make the final, getting out the group with this squad will definitely have to be a challenge. It will be a challenge. And I
Yeah.
predicted the group to be very tight, like 4 and 5 points winning the group.
Yeah.
So I think they have to play security, which I respect Tapa for always doing that. I think he should have the license to do the same thing here with this squad, because you have too much weaker situation in it.
Yeah.
So yes, I would agree. Getting out of the group would be satisfying for me. And if they advance going anywhere else, it's just pure born talent from the guys them, and with more coaching to get them,
Okay.
and Parlal to get them gel and settled fast. Don't left
Yes.
out Parlal. He's going to play a vital role.
Y- Yes. Paul Hall indeed. And God King is saying that saying big up DJ and JD. Big up God King. Thank you for coming in. I hope that you're doing well. And we are going to close off the show soon, guys. It was a really entertaining stream. I really enjoyed this. You guys were interactive in the chat, giving your honest. We were giving our honest thoughts. You guys, your honest thoughts as well. And I like to be open with my subscribers, my viewers. I like to be truthful to them, because at the end of the day, the truth is what really matters on here. So hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. I will be back again sometime, maybe Saturday, if not maybe next week, because I really knackered. I went out yesterday and did not party, but enjoyed myself with some friends, and I'm really knackered. So maybe I'll do a upload tomorrow. But really entertaining stream. JD, you have any final thoughts to say?
No. I'm just relishing the opportunity to view all of these teams playing, because believe me, people will learn how much I truly know about on the pitch football, and show how much if you have to really research football worldwide to analyze certain things properly, and people will see that definitely what you're offering is not any each is literally just football knowledge, and you're trying to give the fans it real. So that's why I can't wait for the football to start, because it's really going to show how much we truly know about football. Believe me.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's true. And Sean Bass is saying, hello JD, bless up Marlon.
Bless up, Shambis. Hope you're okay, my brother.
Yeah, bless
Continue
up.
support, respect, bro.
Oh, I think he was mistaking me for Marlon, but it's okay, Sean Bass.
Remember, he doesn't
Um,
speak English as first language, So from he's coming here, I appreciate him speaking English in the chat. You understand me? And that's why I
yeah,
love these guys so much.
yeah. So it shows a lot of effort. That's why I'm so understanding. But thank you for coming in. I do hope that you're doing well. Wherever you are in whatever you're doing, I hope you're doing well. So Team Benjamin is saying that it's going to be very difficult, JD, in real life. Yeah, it's going to be very difficult, and we just have to see how the team performs. And this is going to be a huge, huge mental task to see how they perform.
I think that this formation can't even bother play again. I think he might just go for a 4-1-4-1 and use right and left wingers, right and left midfielders to
Or to give
try
more defensive stability.
compact the team as best as possible. The weaker the team is, I think he's going to save legs and be compact and stuff. I think he's going to show the opponents respect. So I'm putting it out there. I think 4-1-4-1 will be the thing that they're going to go with.
All right, so Sterling 73 saying that he's going to make some Jamaican T-shirts and put all the Jamaican bloggers and the names on their logo. That's cool with you all. Well, yeah, I'm sure Sterling 73. You do can get in contact with us on via Instagram. JD Instagram is iMaxit Football. My Instagram is DGS_football. So you can find us there to sort that out.
I think Sterling texts me a few times, man. Most of the commenters, always bad me up in my DMs, just to see how they are badding me up in the comment section. They text me and bad me up always. So I think
Yeah,
Sterling is one of them always bad me up as well,
yeah, yeah. It was a really good show. We're over the 1 hour 20 minute mark, so we're going to close off the show now. As I've said before, very entertaining stream. Massive appreciation for all the guys who came in. Global Sports, Sean Bass, J Rush, Marlon, Team Benjamins, Sterling, Military Guna, all the guys who came into the chat. We do appreciate you guys coming in. Um, if Jamaica win this Gold Cup, I think they will go to the World Cup.
Yeah, I agreed because if they are going to use this squad to win the Gold Cup, good lord. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, exact 4-1-4-1. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I said, because you can't
Yeah,
go expansive or half expansive, you know. Yeah, it is
yeah,
what it is, man. But sad,
yeah.
You
So
build up your hopes for so long, and then every minute they are letting us down with some ridiculous last minute plays and stuff. But I'm not getting upset over this, man. I can't even bother. Sure.
yeah, we just have to pray, do pray. I hope you guys pray for this team because we're really going to need a lot of prayer. So Global Sports says anytime. Do appreciate the love and support over here. Big up to Kareem Grant who came into the chat late. We're closing out now. So as I've said, guys, this is DG's football. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and most of all, guys, keep safe.